What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about the death of Xbox because at this point, the console of Xbox is literally just useless. It's gathering dust. Every game that was originally coming to Xbox is now also coming to the PlayStation 5, and not only does it look better and play better on the PlayStation 5, but we're about to get the PlayStation 5 Pro, which means that Xbox games are better across the board on the PS5. But let me break it down because they just announced that Indiana Jones is coming to PlayStation, and people seem to be a bit pissed, a bit confused, because the people that have been absolutely defending the pride of Xbox for years and years and years, I think they realize that it's over. The Xbox is dead. But let's discuss. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So currently, Gamescom is in business. This is the big presentation where over in Germany, they announce a bunch of extra stuff. Consider it like a European E3, and Xbox showed up. PlayStation just didn't bother to show their faces, which is a bit strange, but Microsoft is revealing all sorts of stuff like the Starfield DLC, which is called Shattered Space, comes out next month. They're releasing a car for those big empty planets. They also showed a bunch of stuff for Diablo 4, which I think looks incredibly good. I got my Diablo 4 tattoo. But here's the part that the game ends with. This was the big closer, which is that Indiana Jones is coming out December 8th, and it's coming to PlayStation 5 probably about 60 days after that. So everybody is immediately a bit pissed, a bit betrayed, because Phil Spencer, a lot of people at the top of Xbox have been talking about the pride of the brand, saying that Xbox is the best box, it's the cheapest place to play your games. But I think that this has been very obvious for a long time. I've made a lot of videos about the downfall of Xbox because to me, it's just been so blatant for the last couple years. The console is not selling. The hardware is completely dead. Nobody's subscribing to Game Pass. They keep jacking up the price of Game Pass, and now it's become this terrible Ouroboros, a snake eating its own tail, where they don't want you to buy games. Oh my god, Machine Games Cooked? Yeah, hell yeah. This game does look good. We're going to look at some screenshots of it. But they've done this thing where Xbox trained their audience to not buy games, to only get Game Pass. And while that worked in the short term, it's definitely just crushed their business, because now if they release a game on PlayStation 5, if Xbox puts stuff out on PlayStation, it actually sells. It actually makes money. Sea of Thieves. I mean, everything they've released so far on the PlayStation has been incredibly profitable. And a lot of people are saying, okay, then why even have an Xbox? Why support Xbox? Like, at this point, if there is a shelf, if you have $500 in your pocket and to the left of you is a PlayStation and to the right is an Xbox, nobody, and I do mean this, nobody is going to buy an Xbox because it's better on PlayStation. PlayStation has more games. And also, think about all the stuff that isn't even coming to Xbox. Today, I actually just stayed up all night playing Black Myth Wukong. I made a video about that that's kind of blowing up. The game is fantastic. Black Myth Wukong is actually one of the biggest games in the world right now. It has millions of concurrent players. It's just ginormous. It is only on PlayStation. It is not on Xbox at all. It'll come to Xbox eventually, hopefully, but at this point, every exclusive game that comes to Xbox is temporary. Like this, you can play Indiana Jones exclusively on Xbox for about a month. I like this. I'll beta test it on Xbox Game Pass and then buy the definitive edition on the PlayStation 5 Pro. This is the biggest dealio that keeps sticking in my brain, is that, honestly, this game does look pretty freaking fantastic. Machine Games, they're made all the Wolfensteins. You know, these guys are the best at murdering Nazis, ripping them apart, watching all their gooey, worthless, soulless bodies get evaporated, right? Getting to kill Nazis as Indiana Jones is going to be fun, but additionally, it is weird to think that as good as this game could possibly look on the Xbox console, which is obviously very underpowered, it's going to look better, play better, be better optimized with better frame rate and better resolution on the PlayStation 5. The biggest detriment of the current Xbox is that everything that runs on the Series X has to run on the Series S, which means that developers, if you want to put something on Xbox, it's double the work for half the pay. So more and more people are just completely skipping it. And I've seen a lot of people sort of saying, okay, then what's the point? Like, this is Destin Legary. He works on an Xbox podcast. He has been very vocal about the weird trend of Xbox to be abandoning the brand. Clearly, Microsoft no longer cares. For the last 20 years, Microsoft is focused on making the best Xbox possible, trying to make it so that first-party and third-party developers would want to make stuff there. Anybody who's ever researched anything about how games are made on classic Xbox, stuff like Project Durango and Xenon and all that, there used to be a big incentive to get games onto Xbox, which meant that you'd get stuff like Final Fantasy XIII on the same console where you can play Gears of War, and it was insane. Like, Xbox 360 especially was crazy, and then everything started to go very wrong in the Xbox One, and now, as catastrophically pathetic as the Xbox One sales were, the Xbox Series X and S are below it. Every quarter, they keep raising the price of Game Pass. Nobody new is signing up for it, and nobody's buying the console. They're digging a hole. So Destin Legary pitched this. I think the next Xbox will be more like a PC. It'll allow other storefronts like Steam or Epic Game Store, but with the ease of a console. Boot up God of War, Portal 2, or Halo Infinite all on one Xbox. Change my mind. Yes, it will essentially be a PC, but without the need to worry about drivers and all that fuss comes with personal computer gaming. If they can package it where all you do is link your accounts like we do anyways and boot it up whenever you game, I think that would be very compelling. I think it's interesting that we really are in a spot where Xbox has completely crapped the bed. I have noticed a lot of Xbox YouTubers over the course of the last year. They're starting to try and exit. There have been a lot of guys that I've personally watched, podcasts I've appeared on, a lot of people I've personally had a chance to talk to who, for the last 5 years, they keep saying the best is yet to come. Xbox is about to get going. Just trust me, bro. Phil Spencer, trust Phil Spencer. Everything will be good. There's going to be next year, we'll get all the bangers. Next year, all the good games are going to come out. Next year, everything's going to be perfect. Next year, it'll finally be good. And now at this point, even if games do eventually get good from Xbox Game Studios, they'll be better on PlayStation. This is the shortest gap we've had yet. It seems like it's probably going to be between 30 days and 60 days between the release of this on Xbox and the release of this on PlayStation 5. I think the next gap is going to be day and date. I mean, obviously, a bunch of games have already been announced day and date. That's wild to think about some of this stuff. I say Diablo is day and date. Doom, The Dark Ages is day and date. Call of Duty is day and date. A lot of these games are already, even though they're made by freaking Xbox first party, a lot of them are still coming to PlayStation 5 instantly. I think that if you're one of those people that is still just clinging to hope that the Xbox brand will come back, I think it's time to relinquish that. Building a PC is a little bit of a pain the first time. You can buy a pre-built PC, you can get a console, you could get a Nintendo Switch. Personally, I'm very obsessed with the Steam Deck, but at this point, if you are still trying to say Xbox is the best box, yeah, I'd give up on that ASAP. But these have just been my off-the-cuff thoughts. What do you guys think about the complete death of Xbox? And I am working on a review for Concord on the PS5. That video will be up tomorrow. It's not good. I've been playing a lot of Concord during the beta, and I've been playing a lot of it. It's not good. But we'll talk about that PlayStation L tomorrow. But I love you guys very much. Thank you for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Oh, man. I'm sure there's like 6 people that are playing Concord. If you see me online, feel free to send me a friend request or something. I am trying to party up with people, but it's clearly nobody's playing that stupid game but me and one of my buddies. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.